Hey everybody, this is JC, Uncle Jim. Welcome back to my channel. If you tuned in today, it's because of the title. It's how to defeat your putting woes. If you're having a bad episode of putting, well, boo-hoo-hoo, get over it. It's part of disc golf. It's part of what it takes to be a good disc golf player. My first advice for you is you're not going to get better at putting by watching videos. If you spend a half hour watching putting videos versus a half hour practicing putting, you're going to be way better off with that time spent practicing your putting than you will from gaining knowledge watching putting videos. So I am going to teach you today, though, some tricks and tips on how to overcome the putting woes. So how to mentally defeat those challenges. Putting, just like anything else, you'd want to just keep to your main style. First question you want to ask yourself while you're evaluating your putting is, am I putting in the work? So if you're not putting in the practice and you're not putting in the putting work, then yes, you probably aren't putting as well as you'd like to putt. Putting is definitely a confidence-based activity. So the more you do it, the more confident you're going to be at that range, the better it's going to feel. Times in life you have to do something different. So I'm not saying change your putting routine or change your putters or anything like that. Sometimes it's just better to mentally turn off your putting for a second. So I suggest you putt upside down. This is a great technique when you're putting into the wind or when it's really windy because the discs want to drop. They generally have good chain action and drop into the change. The important thing about putting upside down style is you're mentally going into engaging a whole different idea about putting. So you're not so concerned about putting, you're just concerned now about putting the disc in the basket, which is basically what putting is about. So putting upside down with your putters upside down, you can do this with fairway drivers, anything, any disc that's kind of understable is easy to putt upside down. Now your focus isn't on putting and how to hold your hand and how to do this, you're just putting upside down and you're just throwing it in the basket. This upside down technique, besides being good for the wind, you have to really throw it because the discs are dropping so quickly. So once again, this will help restore that confidence you had and by putting some real action into your putts. However, good putting does involve balance, right? So you see a lot of people doing this rocking motion when they're putting, which is fine. If you're going to be the rocking motion, then you want to get the disc coming from your center and coming out towards the basket. You want to be moving towards that basket without doing a foot foul. And at the same time, keep this arm high. If it's down low, all of a sudden I'm tilted like this and I'm coming in at a different angle, or I'm, coming in kind of doing this kind of motion. You don't want that. So keeping your shoulders square and your body quiet. So I always tuck this arm up here if I have extra putters, but you're just going to keep it high, which keeps you level while you're throwing straight. So there you have it. That's JC Uncle Jim's advice on putting woes and how to overcome them. Don't freak out. Everybody has them. Remember, disc golf is a difficult game. People make it look easy, but it's not. You really have to put the work in to get good. Like, subscribe, and share, and I'll see you next time.